Welcome back to Get Well with Me Live. I am your hypnotist, Adrianne Hart, and together we explore the healing powers of our subconscious mind while leaning in towards a healthier lifestyle. Our philosophy here is excellence, not perfection, and that is exactly what I wanted to share with you today. Is excellence, not perfection, is a mantra that allowed me to give myself permission to get started because it can be scary to start something new. It can be very scary to go on video. Maybe you're someone that makes videos all the time and is really comfortable with that. I have become more comfortable with it over time. And that mantra, excellence, not perfection, has been so helpful for me. So, as I've introduced all of my podcast episodes, or many of them, with that philosophy, so to speak, it was also a reminder, a hypnotic reminder to myself to just do it. Because at the end of our lives, we are not going to have regrets about so many of the things that we did that were imperfect, but we may have a lot of regrets about the things that we didn't give ourselves permission to do. So life is for the living, as I often say. I just completed a Wellness Wednesday session, and I have a few notes from that session that I'd love to share with you. So, in this group session, we together on Zoom went through a few quotes, and I thought that they were so helpful. So, I'm going to share a few with you. This one I thought was great. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. Right. So, I thought that was great. Have no fear of perfection because it's not attainable anyway. Here's another one. Life isn't meant to be lived perfectly, but merely to be lived boldly, wildly, beautifully, uncertainly, imperfectly, magically lived. So beautiful. When you think about your life, isn't that what you think? It's just this beautiful hot mess, so unpredictable. And we don't know what's around every corner. And that makes it so much more exciting that way. Um, when you think about what it would be like if we really were perfect all the time, I don't know how much fun that would be. And think of all the good laughs that we can have at ourselves and about things that go on around us. Just take a more playful attitude towards excellence over perfection. Here's another one. Be not, this is a Robert Schuller quote. Not sure who that is, but I liked the quote. Be not angry that you cannot make others as you wish them to be, since you cannot make yourself as you wish to be. Isn't that the truth? That quote really reminds me to give other people grace when they fall short of my expectations, because I fall short of my expectations. One of the things that we talk about a lot on the Get Well with Me podcast and in the hypnosis sessions that are available is that idea that we lean more and more towards doing the things that make us proud of ourselves. But oftentimes we're disappointed. So we want to leave a little wiggle room there for others too. Okay, here's another great quote. This is Leonard Cohen. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Yes, there is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. I thought that was beautiful. And then this last one, Zadie Smith. Again, I just kind of randomly pulled these quotes and just decided which ones I thought were shareable. So I'm not sure about the source, but the greatest lie ever told about love is that it has to be perfect. And I think that when that comes to human love, um, relationships with the people we care about most, excellence, not perfection, right? We want to have standards and we want to have boundaries and self-respect and all of those wonderful qualities. But if we expect someone to be perfect, we are going to be disappointed. If we expect ourselves to be perfect, we are going to be disappointed. So permission to move forward, permission to be messy, permission to fail forward, permission to just give it a go, right? So I hope that that's helpful for you. I wanted to drop those quote bombs on you and also share some closing hypnotic words. Closing hypnotic words is something that I share with my group every Wednesday. And today I just felt inspired. Like I was kind of getting emotional thinking about how close I was to not starting the Get Well With Me podcast. I was thinking about how easy it would have been to just not go on YouTube and not go on Spotify. And like, I didn't have to, I could just do something familiar and easy, putting myself out there, being seen, being judged, knowing that people are going to leave comments sometimes that are less than encouraging, knowing that I was going to be exposed, I was going to be seen, I was going to have to trust my brilliant unconscious mind that when I click record or publish or whatever, that something of value is going to be expressed. And deep down, I know that I have this value, that this is my gift to use my voice and my talent, my desire for using the rhythm, the cadence of my words for painting on the canvas of your minds and hearts with beautiful metaphors and hypnotic language patterns, that this is what I'm meant to do. When I do receive feedback from people who have lost the weight, who have picked the smokes, who have shown up with confidence in their day-to-day life, I know that I am living my purpose. When my clients write back to me or text me back and tell me that they did the thing, they had another successful day, I know that I'm living my purpose. But it doesn't mean that there's not fear and doubt. And it doesn't mean that there's not a part of me that wants to protect me, a part of me that wants me to play it safe, a part of me that says, you don't have to put yourself out there. You can just be a regular person, right? Like, I'm not a regular person. You can imagine the faces that I get when I tell people I'm a wellness hypnotist, and they undoubtedly say, oh, are you going to make me cluck like a chicken or quack like a duck? And then I try to not look so disappointed, right? Because we all have a mind. And when the problem is in the mind, so is the solution. And I want to encourage people to use their most underutilized resource, which is their mind, to have the best life that they can have, so that they can show up, so that they can overcome their perfectionism, so that they can know that doing their best is good enough. I don't know how you were raised, but for me, I was told, just do your best. That is about the best advice that there is. And I know it might seem trite or basic, but doing your best is so much better than not doing anything at all. Doing your best is so much better than quitting or not starting. And we're grown-ups now, and I want to remind you, just do your best. Just get out there and do your best. If it's your health, if it's your wellness, it does matter. If it's not going to be perfect, you're going to mess up this weekend and you're going to have the thing that you said you weren't going to have. Every other day that you did what was right for you, that counts. If you're going to be nasty sometimes and have a outburst, right, or be grumpy sometimes, it doesn't mean that being excellent most of the time doesn't matter. Every time that you show up, every time you intentionally give your best, you matter. It matters. You make a difference. There is a ripple effect. Your personal projects, your home, every little improvement you make, every little bit of love, care, paint, organization, cleaning up, it matters. Even if there's a room in your house that you hope and pray that no one ever walks into, my attic, right? So excellence, not perfection. Progress over perfection. Sometimes good, what is it? Sometimes done is better than perfect. That's what it is. Sometimes good is better than perfect. So, okay, closing hypnotic words in purple. I always write them in purple because it's my favorite color. So let me find these and share them with you. Closing hypnotic words is something I share at the end of every session. It's just kind of like my way of saying goodbye in a hypnotic way. So after we come out of trance and we just come back and reemerge, maybe talk about the session, if that's appropriate, I will share these closing hypnotic words, and I will craft them personally and from my heart every week. So I'm going to share them with you today. I think this is the first time that I'm doing this live. on the YouTube. So, closing hypnotic words. A person can begin to notice how moving forward, okay, I'm going to do this again because excellence, not perfection. A person can begin to notice how moving toward excellence feels so much lighter than chasing perfection, allowing yourself to start where you are and grow with ease. Like when a flower grows, it doesn't worry about being perfect, and it doesn't even notice that at its very essence, it already is. And that's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, my friends, thank you for being with me on this live stream from the heart, and you are that flower. So until next time, much love. Leave me a comment, wake up this algorithm. Thank